Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Welcome to 8 News Now at 10 here on the streaming channel. I'm John Langler.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ozzy Mora. Wow, I woke up ready for the day. I think it's the weather. I'm
You
ready.
think so? Warmer
the 80s,
temperatures?
80s, baby.
Yeah, for some reason I woke up this morning and was not ready for the day.
It's
It was
all
a
right.
struggle
Like at
bus.
2 in the morning.
You ever start your day and you're like turning the engine on life and it just like and it just never starts.
Or just hitting the alarm like 2 more minutes, one more minute.
Yeah. But we've moved on. It's already
We're
almost
here.
lunchtime, for goodness
Right.
sakes. Coming up later this morning on the program, we'll talk about the longest scheduled flight from Reed Airport has now been scheduled. We'll talk about where it's going and why. We'll talk about getting ready for allergy season. My allergy season is year round, by the way. We'll talk about getting ready for that all on the way.
Yeah, so let's start first with if you want to take it away with the deadly crash in Beatty.
Yeah, horrible situation. This is still going on right now, way up 13 miles or so northeast of Beatty. My goodness, those pictures are just horrible to see, very dramatic. Around 2 o'clock this morning, 2 people were killed in this collision on US 95. Again, this is northeast of Beatty in sort of the Esmeralda County, Nye County area up there. It's very remote. There's no cell reception. A tractor trailer and a tow truck collided. Again, the road is still closed. You can see that fire that was burning. NSP, Nevada State Police, sent out some pictures a little bit later this morning. The fire's been put out, but still a lot to clean up. And obviously, sadly, 2 people have lost their lives. What's even more noteworthy, obviously US 95 is the way to get between Southern Nevada and up north. There's a lot of trucks that use that road. Even though it is remote, there's a detour that you have to take. You're encouraged to go through Lincoln County, cut across sort of near Area 51 up to Highway 6 and across to Tonopah. That's an extra 2 hours on a already very long drive. So if you don't have to go up that way, you probably just shouldn't. But just a horrible way to start the day on a very busy morning on our roads, US 95 up near Beatty.
Yeah, police are also trying to figure out if fatigue played a part or equipment failure because, like you mentioned, so many semis take this way.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a ongoing investigation.
And on that, quickly on that note, sorry,
okay.
US 95, they are planning, not up there, but near Indian Springs and beyond, to make it 4 lanes because there's so many deadly crashes, unfortunately, up there when it's just a 2-lane highway. So the part near Amargosa Valley, they want to make 4 lanes. That's a project years from now. This is further north than that, but it can be a treacherous part of a highway.
And all those semis and those cars to just being so close together, I think it's needed.
Yeah. Also happening right now in New York State, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, former First Lady and former Senator Hillary Clinton right now is testifying to a House Oversight Committee behind closed doors. This is video of her arriving in sort of north of New York City in Westchester County for this testimony. She's being asked by House lawmakers about her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the convicted sex trafficker, sexual abuser, child sex abuser, who, as we know, died in federal custody. Hillary Clinton is giving her testimony today, again, behind closed doors. Former President Bill Clinton, her husband, will testify tomorrow on the same thing. Already this morning, Mrs. Clinton said to lawmakers she had, quote, no idea about Jeffrey Epstein and his crimes or Ghislaine Maxwell.
She also says she never met him.
Exactly.
During that committee. But I was actually watched an interview a while back with BBC, I believe. And in that interview, she actually said that she had met Ghislaine Maxwell, but through the Clinton Foundation, because they have the foundation as well. Robert Garcia of California, top Democrat of the House Oversight Panel. You mentioned how former President Clinton is tomorrow. He also called on the President Donald Trump to testify in this investigation. And he argues that if Bill Clinton, the former president, is appearing tomorrow, then so should former President Donald Trump.
Well, both Mr. Clinton and Mr. Trump are photographed with Jeffrey Epstein, so there's definitely some level of a connection. The question is, what does that connection entail? Also, a Republican, the leading representative on this committee, James Comer, the congressman, says that he is open and could call Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to testify on this, also because of his apparent connections to Jeffrey Epstein. So the threads continue to get pulled here. We'll see where it goes. This is behind closed doors, but it could be made public at some point in the future.
All right, let's bring it back here at home. So a neighborhood, actually, a shock. So we're going to Flamingo in Fort Apache here in Las Vegas. So this is interesting because this is all interviews and quotes based off the neighborhoods there. Our Sasha Loftus was out there last night. So this is what we know. This neighborhood here, people there saw federal agents and local agents kind of descended on a suspected grow house. So it's exactly what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean. So people living there were basically stunned. Our Sasha Loftus was interviewing, and this is all the information that we have. What we can confirm is that there was a search warrant issued for this place. That's something that we can confirm. The neighborhood people there, they reported seeing unknown vehicles arriving at the house throughout the days. They also said that throughout the days and weeks, something smelled kind of funky around that area for several months, actually. Local police are also investigating if the home's electrical system are illegal, and that's basically bypass. Basically, that's how they use to grow. Okay?
Marijuana, yeah.
Yes, marijuana. Which is a common hazard in a residential area. It could be very, very dangerous there, especially puts the entire block at risk. So this is all that we know. This is all interviews from the people who live there. I believe we haven't received an update from the morning.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
And no arrests have been announced or anything like that. And as you mentioned, we know Metro was there, the FBI, Drug Enforcement Administration at this house near Flamingo and Fort Apache. But aside from knowing that they think it was an illegal marijuana grow, we don't know much more than that. So more details to come, to be sure. All right, let's talk about travel. A place I've always wanted to go, Australia.
Ooh.
But it's not that close. They haven't had that bridge down to Australia working for a little while now. Well, Qantas has announced they're going to start nonstop flights from Las Vegas all the way to Sydney, Australia. They will start in December, run through mid-March of 2027, hopefully longer than that. That'd be kind of unfortunate if it only runs for about a year, but that's the plan at least right now. And by doing this, you won't have to connect. If you're trying to get down under to go to Sydney or whatever, it'll cut the travel time by 5 hours. So now the flight from Reed will be the longest they've ever had there. 15 hours.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's
Let's
a breeze.
do this.
Yeah.
Take a nap. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Hopefully you take like a sleep if it's 15 hours. That's a long flight.
I would be so excited. It was my first time. It'd be so hard for me to sleep for 15 hours.
Just walking up and down the aisle.
Right, talking to everyone. Are you excited for this trip? I'm so excited. I was reading, I could be wrong, but I think you have to book it like Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's when they fly
So it's not
out.
every day,
It's not
obviously,
every day, because it's, there shows you the map.
Where's that plane going? What is that going on? Oh, it's
pretty sure
I think it's a design.
It's like, well, I don't know. We're going somewhere. So let me tell you real quick about what's going to be on this plane,
Engines?
Engines.
I hope.
Okay. Basically, it's going to be very, very comfortable from
That's
my
the
notes.
idea. Okay.
But I was writing here. But then this also leads to our next story, rugby. That's one of the reasons why also they decided to come up with this route.
And announce it right now, right?
Yes.
Rugby
We
League.
have to bring Daryl for this.
Rugby League is coming to Las Vegas again. It's been here before. I think Daryl's just puzzled by our conversation of Qantas. I was puzzled too. So Rugby League's coming back to Allegiant Stadium this weekend. 3 games, I believe, on Saturday. It's a big event. A lot of rugby fans from around the world come here to watch these games.
Exciting.
Yes, no. Last night you've seen video from their official media event kicking off. They arrived earlier this week. They had a welcome reception at Allegiant Stadium. They were at Resorts World last night. Tonight they'll be on Fremont Street. There'll be another fan fest. They did this last year as well. So this is a big thing for them to grow their game. I was talking with Madison Marie on Sports Rap Daily, and she was saying that they had Australian TV companies interviewing her, just like saying, hey, so this is a big deal for them. And then she also interviewed reporters from Australia saying that just getting here is massive. It's 20 hours of flying plus, and all the teams and equipment. The grass here is different. The air is different, things like that.
This is like their NFL, essentially, in Australia for Rugby League. By the way, if you're keeping score at home, the teams, and Ozzy, I know you're desperately interested in this.
Yeah, tell me, go.
The first game, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs against the St. George Illawarra Dragons.
Wow.
Then it's the Newcastle Knights and the North Queensland Cowboys. Followed by Hull, KR, and the Leeds Rhinos.
Okay, I got the Leeds Rhinos one.
Okay, good.
That was the only one I got.
This does bring us, though, to our question of the day, Daryl.
Yes, our question of the day right now, scan the QR code or go to 8newsnow.com/vote. We're talking rugby. Have you ever watched a rugby match? They can be very physical. They can be exciting, just like soccer and football, a combination of the two. Fun fact, when I was at Baylor, my undergrad, one of my first stories, I had to go write and cover rugby, and I knew nothing about it. Was very entertained.
Yeah. Well, it's growing, especially obviously here in the U.S., New Zealand, Japan, South Africa. I was just reading I didn't get into the stats, but it's really interesting to see just where people play and how popular it is.
It's huge in New Zealand and Australia.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
Yeah, these are legitimate athletes.
Yeah, we will talk about that later on because I've got a bit of a rugby story that I'll tell later on in the program.
I wanna
Don't
know.
worry, I haven't played. My ACLs are in perfect shape. Much more 8 News Now after this. Stick around.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We were just talking about rugby. They were educating me on it.
Yes.
I'm Ozzy Mora.
And we decided that you're not going to play.
No,
Okay.
I will watch.
All right. Lesson to Las Vegas rugby clubs. Don't invite Ozzy. She can
No.
cheerlead, but maybe don't want to play.
Oh, yeah. I'm really good at cheerleading. How did you know?
I didn't.
Oh, well, you
Just
had
an-
some
just an-
idea.
Just an assumption. All right, let's get a look at the weather forecast here. It's perfect rugby weather, I
Oh,
think.
it is to go outside, enjoy the day, and relax. That's an odor, Sherry.
We've got a really nice spring-like last Thursday of February out there with blue sky and a lot of those high clouds that just continue to pour through southern Nevada skies. Wanted to show you the very mild morning lows that we started off the day with. Look at all these mid to upper 50s. Remember, just a week ago, we were down in the 30s near freezing with that winter storm that was blowing through. What a difference a week makes. Red Rock was in the 20s a week ago for morning lows and teens up at Kyle Canyon. Wow. Overall air quality with these very light winds, not so great. I mean, we've got those very fine pollutants that just kind of hang out with not much wind out there. Temperatures, we're going to bust into the low 80s today, yesterday upper 70s. High pressure really expanding from the desert all the way to the Pacific Northwest. It's going to drive temperatures way above normal. 81 today. 6:16 was the sunrise, 5:32. The sunset coming up, and a week and a half left of standard time. Still very mild air into the west. You can see that high pressure from the Four Corners all the way to off the coast of the Pacific Northwest. So at times we'll just continue to see some of these high clouds, but also some blue sky, and the warmth of that high pressure really changing our temperatures into more late April-like than late February-like. Low 80s today and tomorrow, some clouds off and on, and setting new records on Saturday in the mid 80s. Whew, wow, next week we'll slip back to some 70s.
But still 70s.
Still 70s.
That's not bad.
No, we're lucky. It's good. Relax. Enjoy the day.
The only problem is with this the heat that we're seeing, the sneezing and all the things are blooming right now around the city. It makes allergies unpleasant.
You say you had it year round, or you have it year round, right?
I take allergy medicine every morning as like a supplement because I've just traditionally had a lot of sneezies.
Yeah, so experts, Jessamine Woke worked on this story yesterday. Experts are saying that the allergy season is hitting early. And this is due to the very mild winter, according to this health experts. I want to make sure I give you the right information here because it's a lot. So health officials are actually tracking something called the Poland storm effect, which is very interesting. So that's where sudden wind storms or warm winds, after a rainy spell cause the trees to kind of release amounts of allergens all at once. So that's how we're feeling and chewing and doing all that. I'm running around chasing my daughter with the nasal spray to help with the allergies.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult.
It's like the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once with these allergens and these pollens and whatnot in the air. Everything is blooming because, as you mentioned, we had a mild winter. So the rain that we did have, now everything is starting to blossom. And you've probably seen it around your neighborhood in the valley, the things that are growing and blooming, and it's getting in your nose. Doctors recommend. So what can you do, right? Obviously, there's allergy medicine that you can take
every day.
Take an antihistamine, try and get ahead of it if you can. Maybe adjust when you're out and about. There's different times of day that are better than others for being around if you don't want to be around all that stuff. There's not much you can really do besides like not go outside.
Right.
But just if it's a real concern, talk to an allergist.
Yeah, obviously talk to your doctor. We're just giving you recommendations, but you have to make sure you check with your doctor first.
I thought you aren't we both doctors?
Dr. Oz.
Oh my
What's
goodness.
up?
No. Let's switch gears and talk about downtown Las Vegas and a well-known spot down there, Neonopolis.
Yes, thank you for pronouncing that. I appreciate it. I asked him twice, how do you pronounce it? I've been there. I've seen it. So if you don't know what it is, it's a huge shopping center. There's like axe throwing now. There's been a lot of redevelopments there. It has a club too. It's kind of by the Fremont, right?
It's right next to the Fremont Street Experience.
Yeah, so it's right there. So that's the problem, as you're seeing in the video. The escalators and elevators basically have not been working for a very, very long time. Now, for everyday people, it's like, okay, we'll just walk the stairs. But no, it's not fair. And that's because a lot of people are upset about this. And basically it impacts people with mobility limitations and also people with disabilities. So that's the outrage here because it's not right. For months, visitors to the 3-store entertainment hub in downtown Las Vegas, like I said, this is a massive hub there, have struggled to reach the upper floors. A lot of employees work up there, visitors, overnight too, after hours, just having fun there. And basically, people are saying this is against some sort of law, correct?
Oh, by federal law, there has to
law.
be access for people with disabilities to have access to different floors, have escalators, elevators, things like that.
Under ADA, from what I remember, correct? Okay. So we did reach out to the building owner, and he explained that delay isn't just about money. It's about mechanical sensors required for these older systems. So basically, it's a little difficult to find some of the stuff there to repair this stuff. And they're also blaming the current tariff complications that we've also been reporting on, John.
But it's been months. In all fairness, it's been months that this has been a problem. So hopefully it gets sorted out soon. Something that appears been sorted out is the issue of septic tanks versus sewer systems. This has been something we've covered a lot here at 8 News Now. An effort by the Southern Nevada Health District to put people who have rural homes in rural parts of Clark County off of their septic tank systems and onto the sewer systems. The Health District says that'll help save water. Rural homeowners, a lot of them are like, everything's fine. We just want to keep it the way it is. This has been an ongoing discussion with the Health District and homeowners. And last night, or this week, I should say, the Health District changed its tone and suddenly said that it is not going to force those homeowners to spend tens of thousands of dollars to adjust their entire water system. Instead, they're going to be sort of grandfathered in. So there will be no permits, no fees for existing homeowners, especially sort of in the Moapa Valley, Sandy Valley areas, up near Lone Mountain in the Northwest Valley. There's a lot of big lots out there. The change will sort of affect new construction, which maybe should satiate those rural homeowners. This is very controversial for them for months and months, but it appears the health district has sort of changed course.
Yeah, there was a huge turnout to this meeting, and that's what they said. We're going to keep showing up until we make change and we're heard, and they want justice served, according to a quote that I read. And the health district maintains that their goal is simply to make sure and prevent groundwater contaminations, contaminations as the valley grows. So simply to prevent groundwater contaminations to grow across the valley, John.
Yeah. We've got more 8 News Now coming up. Plus, we're going to talk more about rugby and spring break. Stay tuned.
Now with the most local news, this is 8 News Now, live local now.
Welcome back to the big program on the mighty and powerful 8 News Now. It's John, it's Ozzy, and it's time to revisit our question o' the day as we talk about rugby league, an Australian sport, coming here to Las Vegas for its annual excursion to Allegiant Stadium, Daryl.
Oh, he is.
Yes.
Daryl.
Let's see the results. And so far, 60% of our viewers say that they have seen rugby or have watched a match. So that's cool that it's grown. And
I'm pretty sure that's
sure
a football in the
has.
top left corner, by the way. It's hard to find a rugby.
it's a rugby ball.
It's all right.
Even with the
I was very particular.
All right, fair enough.
Right.
Now, can you know the emojis, they have those two looking footballs? One's a rugby.
Oh,
One's a rugby ball. It's semantics.
We all know what we're talking about.
So we would ask the question if you've ever watched rugby. I was saying I years ago went on vacation in Japan, humble brag, and it happened to be at the same time as the Rugby World Cup. And unbeknownst to me, so all of a sudden there was all these visitors there. There's always visitors, but they were all watching rugby. And so I ended up sitting down watching the U.S. team play, the Japanese, the British. It was so much fun. Rugby is awesome to watch.
And people were screaming and
yelling and hooting and hollering. It was a great time.
I feel inspired now, too. I've watched clips on social media, but I've never sat down and watched an entire game.
It's hard to find, but it's worth finding if you've got the desire. Or just go to Allegiant Stadium and watch it.
in Russell.
Yeah, women's rugby, you're right. They go at
get into it.
In the U.S., I think it's a 7-on-7s. It's fewer players. It's a smaller field.
For the
U.S.
women's?
team, both.
Both?
The U.S. teams are very good.
Yeah.
It's just the bigger rugby that the U.S. is trying to catch up.
Yeah. So
This has been Rugby 101 by someone who's
There we
never
go.
really watched that much of
Look
it.
at you.
All right.
Like,
Be
and
catching that fan fest tonight.
Have your say, use the QR code, you know the deal.
all right, we'd love to hear from you all. Let's talk about the library.
Yeah,
Love
you
the
can read up on
library.
rugby.
Yes, I need to do that. I need to read up on that. I love going to the library, especially to read or to check out some books. Tutoring too. Some of the libraries have a tutoring, which I love to take my daughter. It's always a great time to check out some books. So there's several events going on. I'm gonna have to bring Daryl for this because he knows what's up at the library.
A lot of things going on.
So there's a musical coming up called Disenchanted. Daryl, which library is this one at? The Windmill one, right? Windmill.
you go.
It's happening March 1st. I remembered. So that's happening. It's a musical comedy. Ooh, that's so much fun. Also, too, there's a library event. We talked about the Chinese New Year. So there's now an event where you can actually take your kids using your library card to learn Mandarin.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's very
Try to
educated.
learn
That's
Mandarin.
that's awesome, and it's for free. You know, you take your library card, you sign up your kids, and just celebrating the new year for the month of February.
Yeah.
So I think that was cool. And then the library just issued a brand new library card.
Yes, they've got some golden knights on them.
There we go.
They've had those for a while, yeah.
I think
I've got mine.
it's-
That's what mine is.
No, it's the limited edition of the Las Vegas Desert Dogs.
And that's in North
right?
Las Vegas, which is cool too. The Aliante Library announced that
Yes.
we're doing that for the Desert Dogs. So shout out to the Desert Dogs.
Yeah.
There's some
So
stuff for Black History Month that's
There
wrapping
we
up
go.
next couple of days and weekends at the West Charleston Library,
There
Blue
we go.
Diamond, Summerlin Library,
there's
and
a
then
ton.
plenty of events planned for March, which is Women's History Month as well. They also have these cool tablets you can check out for free.
Oh, you can take them to your house.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Very cool. Let's finish off here talking about spring break, which is right around the corner. It's going to
Already?
start feeling like spring here, like today. Priceline broke down the best places, most popular places for spring breakists to take their trips. And surprise, surprise, Las Vegas is on the list. Once again, one of the most popular destinations that's based on flight and hotel searches. Also a top budget-friendly escape. The average cost for a hotel room between March 1st and April 12th here, $163.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah. Now, we don't have to pay that because we live here already. But for visitors, that's a good sign trying to get more folks to come back to Las Vegas.
Well, I've seen some deals too. Some of the hotels on the strip with like $80 a night, but you have to catch it when
Yeah,
the
you gotta-
deal. Yes, and
yeah.
they get snagged up
And it's-
so fast.
And it starts on Monday and you leave on Thursday or
right,
something like
right.
that.
Arrive Tuesday morning.
Yeah. whatever kind of spring break you might enjoy. Maybe it's exciting and sometimes it's more laid back.
Yeah, another popular spot is Orlando. I was
Yeah?
waiting to go and visit to have a good time. So
Florida's
I can't
always big.
believe a spring break already, especially that means for the kids too, for CCSD.
Yeah,
It's coming
soon,
up.
soon, yeah.
Coming up. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the day, wherever you are living, wherever you're seeing us from. Just embrace the day.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.